I love Brightheart's book like a totally normal amount. A Thief and ThunderClan is the latest Warrior Cats graphic novel to release, and it's actually pretty good. It's not anything crazy, but it still follows that trend of, hey, your favorite character is getting a manga? Congratulations! Compared to the sheer horror of a super edition. I actually really liked it, and if you're still on the fence about reading it or giving it a buy, I'd say it's absolutely worth your time. I am, however, legally required to tell you that there will be spoilers going forward, so if you want to go read it and come back, that's awesome. But also, please don't, I need to buy groceries. This is Brightheart, and unlike most house cats you know, she actually doesn't live with people at all. She's a warrior, a member of the Great Thunder Clan. And even though she doesn't have a collar or a bowl, she's happy, and has others who need and depend on her just the same as you or I. Not too long ago, she earned this scar, and sometimes she still dreams about it. But life is good, and she's not stopping anytime soon. Thankfully, she has her cat husband, Cloudtail, who's big and fluffy and understanding and an atheist. To escape her bad dreams, the next morning, Brightheart goes for a walk in the forest, joined by Cloudtail. The two carry on with their day, sharing these cute moments, until they eventually make it back to camp, where Rainpaw, the youngest of their group, is named Cloudtail's apprentice, who dies off-screen in between books. Cloudtail and Brightheart agree to share training Rainpaw for as long as he's alive, and Rainpaw definitely shows promise for a guy who dies in 6 books, but after their first training session, Brightheart learns that she's pregnant. It's also important to note that she becomes suspicious of Longtail and Brambleclaw for talking to ShadowClan, and oh my god, is that a missing poster for Firestar? About a month passes, and food is mysteriously missing from the fresh kill pile. It doesn't take long for Brightheart to suspect Longtail because of earlier, but yeah, I don't think it was him. Older Warrior Cats fans might recognize that Longtail's injury places this book right along the same time as Firestar's quest. If you've ever read that book before, you'll start seeing things that sound a bit familiar. Brightheart apologizes for being suspicious, but prey keeps going missing, and with her only lead gone, Brightheart is right back to square one. Speaking of Firestar, though, just like his Super Edition, he's randomly disappearing again, and Brightheart, now doubting her better judgment, goes searching for him for his advice. Once they do finally find him, Firestar can sympathize with Brightheart's feelings, but oh yeah, she has literally 0 evidence. So Firestar walks off again like the based Chad he is, and surprisingly for the first time, Cloudtail is the one that's worried. He wonders, like him, if after all the battles and the suffering, the reason Firestar has gone so much is because he wants to go back to being a house cat. Obviously, Cloudtail clearly hasn't read Firestar's quest yet, but he's just scared. But if there's anything that Cloudtail has taught Brightheart, it's that no matter what, they'll never face it alone. Eventually, Firestar does come back, but only to say that he'll be leaving again in a couple of days, going on a quest or something, I don't know, something about a book. More importantly, there's these honestly really funny scenes with Cloud and her kits and Brightheart making everyone dig for burdock root in camp. It's moments like these that really make you pause and just appreciate the book, because it's because of the small things that really made me fall in love with the series. Anyway, Willowbelt dies. Yeah, I didn't know how else to fit it in there. The Poly Firestar fans are being fed, though, and these characters are elders now, I guess? Willowpelt was Rainpaw's mom, and after a cold night of sitting vigil, Brightheart tries to cheer him up a bit, but Rainpaw misinterprets her advice as don't eat bees? Since they were up all night, they also learned that whoever's stealing the prey doesn't come during the day, because the fresh kill pile is always nice and well stocked the next morning. But to be honest, I don't really think I know anybody that would steal in broad daylight. 2 days go by, and unfortunately, it's finally time to say goodbye to Firestar. While he's gone, Graystripe is left in charge. I'm sure we all have our opinions about how good he is at that, but Sandstorm is coming along as well, as this isn't exactly the first time Firestar has basically been cheating on her with ghosts. Morale is low across the clan, and Cloudtail is still definitely an atheist. But just as Firestar is about to leave, he takes a pause. What's this all supposed to mean anyway? What about the clan? Why does this single section take up 20 pages of the book? Firestar is at a loss, speechless that I couldn't think of anything better to describe how meaningless this scene truly is. And so Firestar is off to make the next 3 Sky Clan books honestly kind of mediocre. But the book's not over. No. Did you forget about the thing that the book's supposed to be about, but only kinda because it's just supposed to be like a metaphor or something? Because don't worry, the book did too. The Prey Thief is still at large, and despite their distrust in him, Brightheart and Cloudtail finally decide to come clean to Graystripe, but only after they've been robbed 6 or 8 times. They need to figure out what's going on, so it's time to hatch a plan. Once night falls, they'll sit around in bushes, and in the single greatest act of Graystripe's entire leadership, he listens and uses somebody else's idea. They're going to set a trap, but not just any trap. We're talking the veritable granddaddy of all traps that definitely would not look suspicious to the thing that's already been stealing their food for months. It was the perfect plan, and practically foolproof. So after a day of hunting, all they had to do was wait, and wait, and wait, until the thief is a guy! Legally, this is precedent that this video is parody and not an alternative. Now you have to read the book to know. No, but seriously, please go read the book. I can't tell you everything, but if you enjoyed what you saw here, maybe the book just might be good for you. It's not often that new things surprise us. Especially as we grow older, we tend to expect things or temper our expectations. But for the few times it does happen, that feeling can be incredible. It doesn't have to be Shakespeare or really even any good. And yeah, this book, the plot could definitely use some help, but that's not everything that a book can be about. The internal and the external conflict coincide in a way that it's not just about what the book is, but what that means to you. I really like early ThunderClan, and I'll always have a soft spot for things that remind me of my childhood, just the same as everyone else. It's a lens into a simpler time where things didn't matter as much, and you actually had background characters that you knew the name of. And this book is everything in that, and more. Now go read it. I don't have, like, an affiliate link or anything like that, but if you end up picking up the book and recommending it to someone else, make sure you tell them that it was Hawks' fault. Or just send them the video. I like being able to eat and afford groceries. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Check out my god-awful posts on Twitter and go give these fan artists some love. Oh, and there's like these ads that play after the video. You should like totally stick around to see what those are going to be about, because I heard that